Hi, welcome back. In this video, we'll walk through the productivity tab. This tab focuses on understanding productivity trends over time across a basin, whether you're analyzing production performance, completion trends, or subsurface characteristics. So I'm going to go ahead and turn on a filter. Let's go ahead and look at horizontal wells in the Permian Basin. That have been drilled that have a first production year between 2025 and we'll do 2015. I'm going to hit apply. Okay, and that's going to dial in on our Permian Basin wells. Okay, you can see how our charts went ahead and changed based on what is contained within that map because I have that filter by map toggle on. So I'm going to make this first chart full screen by clicking on this full screen button on the top right corner. And right now you're just seeing a trend of cumulative 12-month oil and how that's changed from 2015 to 2025 for the Permian Basin. This line graph is designed to show trends over time across production, completion, and subsurface metrics. So at the top, we have drop-down menus that allow you to look at oil, gas, water, a wide variety of production metrics. You can normalize by lateral length, either by foot, 1,000 feet, or 10,000 feet. And then we can group trends by a wide variety of categories: completions, options, geographic, dates, spacing, subsurface options. But let's go ahead and turn on operator to see how operators have been doing in that cum oil over time. So hovering over these lines turns on a tooltip that shows you a little bit of detail about those individual lines. So for example, Couture Energy's cum 12-month oil in 2017. The x-axis controls time, either yearly, quarterly, monthly, or weekly. Our y-axis is what's controlling which metric we're looking at. So we have a lot of production summaries, completion, spacing, or even subsurface. So maybe you want to see what lateral length has been doing over time. And as you can see, that trend has been steadily increasing upward from 2015 to 2025. In the top right, you can access sliders by clicking on this button right here that allows you to dial in your axes. You can enter full screen mode like I showed you, or exit full screen mode. And then you can access your chart settings to either download a CSV of the data contained within this chart, screenshot the chart, or customize your chart settings by dialing in those axis values, turning on and off options in the chart. And the last thing I want to show you is that capability to select what's in the chart and turn it on in your map. So if I want to look at SM Energy, I'm going to click on that in my legend. That's going to highlight it in the chart as well as highlight it in my map view. The second chart is a violin chart, which helps analyze distribution and variability within the data. So I'm going to make this chart full screen. You can choose your production metrics or even completion metrics you want to analyze right here in our y-axis dropdown. So a wide variety of production metrics as well as completion and spacing and subsurface options. So right now lateral length is turned on. In my x-axis, I can choose how I want to group that data. So right now it's selected by basin. I can choose, again, those options: geographic options, date options, other completions, summaries, and subsurface trends. But let's see what is going on with current operators in our Permian Basin. So that's going to show you trends for each of the operators. Okay, so with our violin charts, it's giving us a lot of data. So at the top right here, I can control what data I'm looking at, and I can dial in. I can kick with this P1 through P99. It's kicking out the bottom 1% of data and the top, that 99th percentile of data to kind of throw out the outliers. I can dial that in even more by selecting P5 to P95. Okay, and these charts are giving you a lot of information. So as we hover over them, we can see the well count, the mean, median, min, and max, and then those first and third quartile values. So our mean is represented by this little dot right here, and we can show where that like concentration of data. So the SM Energy is drilling a high amount of 10,000 foot laterals, but even with that, their mean is sitting right there in the middle at 9,700 feet. And we see this spread of data. These bars right here are showing you the first quartile and the third quartile. And the whole shape is showing you the spread of data, but it's adjusted to fit that P5 to P95 value. And again, if we click on these individual violins, that's going to turn them on in our map view. Okay, and then we're able to, again, control the sliders, access chart settings, downloading the CSV of data, dialing in our chart settings, or screenshotting the chart. So that's for the productivity tab. It gives you a powerful yet approachable tools to understand how performance trends and how other completions trends, subsurface trends, and how they vary across the basin and across your area of interest. Thanks, and we'll see you again soon.